Perfect. So hopefully you can all see me. So we're just going to start just now, just lying on the mat. So coming onto your back here, lying in Shavasana. So palms are facing up to the sky. Legs are just wider than the mat. If that's uncomfortable in your lower back, you can just place your feet on the floor and let your knees fall in together. It's up to you here. So we're just going to take 5 minutes here just to slow down and relax. So you can close your eyes if you like. And bringing the focus to your breathing. Checking in with yourself, seeing how you're feeling. We're going to start to relax every part of the body. So working from your feet. We're going to soften through the toes, soften through your feet. Moving up into your legs, through your fingertips, through your hands. Just imagining your lower body just sinking into the mat. Relaxing through our back, softening through our shoulders. And moving up into our neck, through our head. Soften through the jaw. And each time we exhale, just imagining ourselves sinking deeper into the mat. Trying to keep the breath in our nose if we can. Inhale. Long exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. It's really important we take some time for ourselves just to switch off. Check in with your body and relax. So throughout this practice, keep bringing yourself back to your breathing. Trying to keep it at this pace. Every time our mind starts to wander, bring the focus back to your breathing. Inhale. And exhale. And when you're ready, we're just going to slowly lift our knees up, hugging them into our chest, wrapping our fingers round. And from here, just softening through the shoulders, allowing our back just to fall into the mat, gently rocking from side to side. So just waking up through the spine, giving our spine a nice massage. And start to take our knees round in a small circle, Just massaging our lower back. Good, and back the opposite way. And then we're going to drop our knees down to the floor. Just having your feet about hip width apart. Soften your hands down just alongside your body. And as we inhale, we're going to roll up from the hips, roll up from the tailbone, rolling all the way up our spine, coming to the top of our back. And as we exhale, roll back down the spine. So we want to be moving one vertebrae at a time here. We're just getting nice movement through the spine. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So continuing this in your own time, keeping it really nice and slow. It's really important we warm up through the spine, because our spine connects all our little muscles, our tendons, it connects our whole body. And on our next inhale, when our hips come up to the sky, we're going to hold here, interlock our fingers underneath, and just roll onto the shoulders. So if you were looking from above, your shoulders would be tucked under. And taking some nice deep breaths here. So we're just opening up through the front of the shoulders, all the little rotator cuffs, through our chest. Nice deep breaths. And on your next exhale, break our hands apart and roll back down. Excellent job, guys. Taking our right knee, allowing our left knee just to come down to the floor. We're going to take 3 breaths here. So as you inhale, relaxing through the knee. And as you exhale, lifting your head up, bringing it towards me. Scrunching here. And inhale again, soften back down. Good. Exhale, lifting the head up. Inhale, soften back down. Exhale. And inhale. Good. Taking that knee and crossing it over our body. Crossing it over our left leg. Allow the knee to come down to the floor here. If it doesn't quite reach, if you've got a pillow or a book, just place it under the knee. Reach your hands out nice and wide. And allow that right shoulder to come closer to the ground. Good. So if we want a little bit more of a stretch, we can turn our head to look over our right shoulder. And taking some nice deep breaths through the right side of our body. Inhale. And exhale, soften to the top of the body. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. So slowly turning back to center. We're going to let that leg fall down. And then hugging our left into our chest. Good job. So same again here. As we inhale, relax. Exhale, lifting our head. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, relax. Exhale. Inhale. Good. And then again, crossing that knee over, allowing it to come down to the floor till you can feel a stretch to that left side. Spreading your hands. Good. And then if you like, looking over your left shoulder. Good. So just holding here. Excellent job, guys. Good. Soften through that opposite elbow, opposite arm, and opposite shoulder. Good. So twists are great, especially if you can't sleep at night. It's a really good one to do. Massages all our internal organs, all your digestive system. You're maybe coming in from training and having a big load of food before bed. It's a good one to do, just to relax. Good. Let's take one more breath here. And when you're ready, slowly come back, hugging your knees into your chest. Excellent job. Now we're going to come into Happy Baby. This one will probably make you laugh. We're going to lift our feet up to the sky, holding onto the outside of your feet here. Open up through our hips. You're all laughing now. And then we're going to rock from side to side. So don't rock too far, you will tip over. I'm sure you'll do it once. So we're just massaging through the spine here and really opening up through the hip area, through the groin area. Good. Good, and then lowering our feet down. Let's stretch our legs out. Bring your legs together, hands alongside your body. And we're going to take 3 big stretches here. So as we inhale, raise our hands above our head, reaching the whole body, pointing your toes. And as you exhale, soften the hands back down and relax. So a nice big stretch as if you were just getting out of bed. So inhale again, nice big reach. And exhale, relax. Inhale. And exhale. Excellent job. So when you're ready, guys, just rolling onto your side and slowly coming up to a seated position. Good. We're going to really work on our posture today. It's so important when we get into the pool that we've got a nice posture so we can get as far as we can with each stroke. So coming into a nice comfortable seated position, it may be cross legs. If that's not comfortable for you, you can straighten your legs out or bring your knees underneath and coming into a kneeling position. It's up to you. So if you find that maybe your knees don't fall down to the floor, or you find that you're a wee bit tight and you're kind of up here, it's a good indication that we need to work through our hip flexors and work through our kind of glute area. If you are feeling that your knees are up, if you've got any cushions or books, pop them under your feet, under your knees just now so that they're rested. So if you have them kind of hovering here, it's only going to tighten up the hip flexors more. So if you're in school or you're sitting there trying to cross leg, it's just going to make it worse. So it's really important we have something to lean on here with the knees. Good, so placing your hands just on the knees here, lengthen through the spine, softening through the shoulders, having your chin in line with the floor. You can close your eyes here if you like. And let's check in with our breathing. So nice big inhale as we lengthen. Exhale, soften through our hips, through our knees, and relax. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. This time as we exhale, drop our chin down to our chest. Just take a few breaths here. So feel that nice stretch down the back of our neck, all the way down our spine. And on our next inhale, we're going to follow our chin all the way around our chest to our right shoulder. And as you exhale, drop it back down to the chest. Again, as we inhale, take the chin to the left shoulder. And exhale, relaxing back down. Continuing this with your own breath. Really slow movement. If you feel some cracking, don't worry, that's totally normal. It's really important we do stretch through our neck, especially with swimming. We're using so much shoulder-based exercises. We're constantly working those big muscles. So if we don't stretch and we feel like we're getting tight, our body's going to use those little muscles around it, all our accessory muscles, and that can lead to injury. Really important. Good. And bring your head back to center when you're ready. Excellent job. So let's work into these hips. So bring your feet together, holding onto our feet here or our knees. Again, let's lengthen through the spine. So keep those shoulders back, chins in line with the floor. Good. And then from here, you can flutter your knees if you like, or keep them still. It's up to you. And we're just focusing on lengthening through the spine. And you're just going to take this time to allow your knees to naturally drop. So each time you exhale, just soften through your hips a little bit more. We're not forcing anything, so we don't want to be pushing down on our knees. We want to just allow ourselves just to naturally ease into this stretch. So let's take a few breaths. Inhale. As we exhale, just let go. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. So anyone's knees are all the way down to the floor and you're maybe not feeling it and you want to feel it a little bit more, you can walk your hands out, come down onto your forearms if that feels okay. If you feel any sort of tightness, don't worry about this one, just sit with what you're doing, but making sure we're keeping our shoulders nice and open. So as soon as you start to feel that round to the shoulders, pull those shoulders back. I'm going to be getting on at you this whole class about your shoulders. Good. So it'd be such a good idea if you could stretch your hip flexors after a session. I know a quick 2-minute, 30-second stretch isn't going to be enough for these. It's going to actually work the opposite way. So we want to try and hold this one if we can for a good minute, 2 minutes. If we kind of just quickly stretch, then it's just going to work as elastic bands. We're not going to get that full effect of the legs just slowly loosening off on their own. Good. And then lifting ourselves back up. We're going to hold on to our feet here and step one step out. And we're going to come into our turtle pose. So our hands come underneath, place them on top of your feet here, open up through the chest. And as we exhale, we're going to slowly bring our head down to our feet. Okay, so if you're finding you're pulling through the arms and you're really struggling to get down, don't worry, just bring it back a step. We don't want to force anything here. And as we go, each time we exhale, just pull yourself down slightly more and just slowly easing into this stretch. So this is a great one through our hips, through our glute area, through our back. It's a good all-rounder stretch. And let's find our breath again. So deep inhale, long exhale, Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. And slowly lifting your head back up, bringing your hands out and relax there. You may want to bring your knees in, give them a little shake through the hips. Good. Nice job, guys. So when you're ready, we're going to come onto our hands and knees, coming into our tabletop position. So having your hands in line with your shoulders, knees in line with hips, we're going to do a few stretches. That's going to be a great one to do before we get in the pool. So just warming up our muscles, warming up through the spine especially. So we're going to come into our cat-cow. You've probably done this one before, but we're going to slow it down from what you're probably used to. So as you exhale, we're drawing our belly button down, lifting our head up. And as you inhale, draw the belly button up and round to the top of the shoulders. Good. Exhale. And inhale. So doing this in your own time. We want to be moving one vertebrae at a time. So really nice and slow, moving with the breath. And this one's going to get the blood flowing to our spine. It's also going to help in our mobility of our spine, which will therefore help all the muscles through the body. So a really, really good one. If you can do this one every single time before you go in a pool. Good, and coming back to center when you're ready. We're going to come into our thread the needle. So as we inhale, take the right hand, raise it up to the sky and twist, open up through the shoulders. And as we exhale, draw the hand underneath, reach as far as you can go, bringing the cheek to the floor. And then again, as we inhale, raising back up. Exhale, same again, reaching as far as you can. Inhale, raising back up. Good. Continuing this in your own time. So this is going to be another twist. It's going to really help those little muscles in our back. So through our shoulder blades, I'm sure a lot of you get really tight through there, especially if you're doing a pool set or a lot of swimming. You'll get a lot of sore shoulders. So one's a really good one before we get in the pool again, and after if you like. Good, and next time you exhale, we're going to keep our hand through here, bringing our cheek down into the mat. So this is our stretch for when we come out of the pool. We can hold this one, you can chill out. It's a good one again to do before bed. It'll help you sleep and it'll aid in your recovery. You can hear sleeping really loud outside my window. Sorry guys. Good, and slowly raising back up. Excellent job. So we're going to do the same on the other side. So we inhale, reaching all the way to the sky, open up to the chest as much as you can, pull that shoulder back. Exhale, thread the needle through, bringing the cheek down to the mat. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So continuing this in your own time. Try not to speed it up. Keep moving with the breath. Good. And on your next exhale, keeping the hand underneath, bring our cheek down to the mat and relaxing here. We're just allowing the top of our body just to sink into the mat. Enjoying this nice twist. Good. And slowly pushing back up, coming into our tabletop position. We're going to tuck our toes under and sit back on the heels. Good. So we're just stretching through our wee feet. We don't stretch these enough. We probably neglect them quite a bit. So just sitting on our feet here. Again, let's find that nice posture. So lengthening from the top of our head. And again, we're going to do angel wings here. So this is a really good one that we can do before getting in the pool. It's going to warm up our streamline position. It's going to warm up to our shoulders and our back. So as we inhale, we're going to reach our hands up to the sky. You can come into streamline if you like. Nice big reach. And as you exhale, draw the elbows down, pulling the shoulders back. Good. And inhale, raise back up again. Exhale, slide those hands down. So imagining we've got a wall behind you. Inhale, raise back up. Exhale. And inhale. Last one. Exhale. And inhale. Good. Exhale, coming back down to the floor. Excellent job. Give those feet a little wiggle. Shake them off. We're going to bring our left foot out, coming onto our toes again, and just rocking onto the tips of the toes and rocking back to the balls of the feet. So we're just getting a nice hamstring stretch. So this is just warming up to our hamstrings. We shouldn't be feeling too much of a strain here. So this is warming up our wrists as well. So another great one to do before getting in the pool. With our hamstrings, it's really easy to try and touch your toes, and we're all bad for it. We feel this horrible pain through our hamstrings and then bounce right out of it. So it's good to just warm them up first, and then I'll show you a hamstring stretch that we can do after we get back out the pool. Good, and from here, we're going to take this leg and slide it out to our side. Okay, so we feel a stretch in our inner thigh now. We're going to slowly lift our hands off the ground. So we're coming up nice and tall again, find that nice posture. Inhale, reach your hands up. And as we exhale, take our left hand, placing it just on our leg, and we're going to slowly slide down the leg, reaching over with our right hand. Okay, so this is quite a tough stretch. You don't need to come down too far, just so that you can feel it. And we're going to turn our chest slowly up to the sky. So we're pulling that right shoulder back. Nice stretch here. Inhale, reach. Exhale, relax. Inhale. And as we exhale, turning our chest back down, bringing our hand down back in front of us here, taking the other hand, and then slowly coming back. Excellent job, guys. I'm going to move my mat before I get pushed into it right later. Good, so same on the other side, take our right leg back, coming onto our foot here. And again, just rolling onto the tips of our toes, and then back to the balls of your feet. So nice and slowly, just warming up through our calf muscles, through our hamstring. Again, this is a great one to prevent our horrible cramp that we get in our foot during training. I'm sure we've all had it before. No pain like it. Excellent job. And again, just drawing that leg out to the side, lifting ourselves up. We're nice and tall through the spine first. Inhale, reach your hands up. As we exhale, take the right hand down, placing it on the foot, and then slowly sliding ourselves down. So we don't need to come too far, just so you can feel a really nice stretch to our left side. And then we'll feel this really deeply through our inner thigh as well. Good. Inhale, reach. Exhale, soften through our shoulder and relax. So we inhale, turning our chest to the sky if we can, pulling that shoulder back. Exhale, relax. One more breath here. Inhale. And as we exhale, turning our chest back down to the floor, bringing that hand back in front of us, and the other hand, and slowly coming back. Excellent job, guys. From here, crossing our legs over, we're going to come into a seated position. Excellent job. So that's a really good one to work. Before we get into the pool, I'll show you a good hamstring one to do when we get out the pool. So if you've got a little bit more time, we're going to bring our foot into our inner thigh of our right leg here, having your foot in line with your hip, okay? So we're all bad for this. Hamstrings can be one of those things that gets super, super tight, especially when working hard over the week. And our hamstrings all come from the spine. So if we are just trying to stretch our hamstrings, we're going to find it's not going to work. We can do it for weeks and weeks thinking we can do the splits soon, but it all comes from the spine. So it's really important before we do a hamstring stretch that we do work through the spine, warm up through the spine. All those cat-cow poses we did, thread the needle, it's a good one for that. So lengthening through the spine. We're going to inhale, reach our hands up. As we exhale, folding from the hips, keep the back straight, and then curving the spine last minute. Good. As we inhale, we're going to raise up through the chest again, pulling from the hips. Good. And then as we exhale, soften ourselves down. Now come to wherever is comfortable for you. If you feel like you're really stretching here to try and touch those toes, bring it back. Just come so that you're comfortable, okay? We're going to hold this one for quite a wee while. We're going to use the breath to ease into this stretch, okay? So we're going to take 10 breaths here. As we inhale, relax. On our exhale, if you can, come a little bit closer to the leg. Inhale, relax. Exhale again, folding slightly deeper. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Hopefully it's feeling a little bit easier now. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let's take 2 more breaths. So on our last breath, should be as low as you can get. Inhale. and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Excellent job, guys. So walking slowly back up the leg. Hope that felt okay. Good. Give your leg a little wiggle, shake off. We're going to swap sides. So bringing the left foot out. Again, having it in line with the heel, then with the hip. Bringing the foot into our inner thigh. Let that knee fall down to the floor. Important, again, if it is up, always pop something underneath. If you've got a float or a pull boy, you can pop it under that foot. Let's lengthen through the spine. Nice posture again, pulling those shoulders back. Inhale, raising up. Exhale, folding from the hips first. And then curve the spine last. Good. Again, inhale, raising the chest up, pull from the hips again. Good. And exhale, turning to look down towards the foot. Good. So again, come into a position that's comfortable. Don't try and force anything. So you are holding this for a long time. And we're going to use the breath to get lower. Okay, so inhale, relax. Exhale, lower yourself down slightly. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, slightly closer to the leg if you can each breath. Inhale. Long exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And long exhale. Good. Slowly walking back up the leg there. Excellent job, guys. I know that one's a little bit uncomfortable, but it's a really important one to aid our recovery so that we're fresher next time you come in the pool. Another one you can do is having your feet together. If you've got a little strap or band or even a dressing gown hook, you can hook them around your feet. And again, chest up and then slowly curve the spine last minute, okay? So when you're ready, we're going to flip again back onto our hands and knees. Okay, so coming into our tabletop position. Good. We're going to walk our hands out here, coming into our melted heart pose. So sinking our hips back, drawing our armpits down to the mat, bringing either our chin down or our head down, it's up to you. And taking some nice deep breaths here. So we're going to really stretch your lats, your chest muscles, your side muscles here. So again, as you inhale, really lengthen through our spine, imagining the skin on our back stretching. And as you exhale, imagining your chest sinking deeper into the mat. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale. Nice long exhale. Good. And then we're going to take our hands in prayer position behind the head, just to stretch a little bit further for the last few breaths. Again, this one's a great one to do after you get out of the pool, or even before, or just before bed. It'll help us sleep. Just taking this time just to check in with yourself. Really thinking about the breath. Lowering your hands back down to the floor. Lifting your head off the mat, and you're going to walk your hands back, sit back down on the heels here. Good. So bring your knees nice and wide. We're going to come into our hare pose. So reaching our hands out, bringing our head down to the floor. You've probably seen this one before as a child's pose, so bringing your hands back. This one's going to help us stretch a little bit more through the shoulders and through the back. This is a nice restful pose. Just going to take some time here just to switch off and relax. And really feel our spine stretching. So taking the breath into areas maybe through the back being feeling a little bit tighter. And really use the breath to work out those tensions. This is such a good stretch to do if you can even do it every day. Really, really important. It's a nice, easy one as well. It feels really nice. So we're just taking your body maybe into that uncomfortable position that you maybe wouldn't be in all the time. Your spine is really nice and long. Really helping our aid in recovery after a session. And lifting our head up. Slowly coming back onto all fours. Tuck our toes under here, and we're going to push into our downward dog. So in our down dog here, don't worry about trying to straighten your legs out. So your knees can be as bent as you like. The main focus is just the top of the back here. So you want to push the head between the shoulders. You want to have a nice straight line from our tailbone all the way to our fingertips. So that may mean keeping your knees bent. That's absolutely fine. You can move your hips. See what feels good here. Be really careful if you do have hypermobility through the elbows like me, you're not overextending. It's really easy just to overextend and kind of hold it there, but really important we just keep our arms slightly bent through our elbows. Good, and as we inhale, now it's going to get tricky, we're going to lift our left leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Excellent, and then as we exhale, draw the knee underneath the body and place our knee between both hands. Good, walking our back foot back. So you might have done this one before. This one is our pigeon pose. We want to line that heel up to our opposite hip. So making sure that heel is pretty much touching that hip. If we feel that our maybe hips are swaying to one side, bring them back to center. So we want to be perfectly in center here, so we're not over to one side more than the other. And then come down onto your forearms. Or if you'd like, reach all the way as far as you can, bringing your head down to the floor. And we're going to hold this one for a little bit longer. So if this is maybe too much on anyone's knees or joints or through the hips, don't worry, there is another option. So you can come onto your back, so stay where you are if that's comfortable for you, and relax, chill out. If that's maybe not comfortable, bring the outside of your foot to your opposite knee. Allow that knee to fall out to the side. See how that feels. If that's maybe not falling out to the side, it means we've got some tightness through the hips, and you need to work on that. If it feels okay, you can lift that leg up, hugging onto the knee. So this is the exact same stretch as we're getting in pigeon pose. So it's maybe one you can do before bed when you're lying in bed. Just holding here, getting a nice stretch. Good. So this is a good one to do when we get out of the pool. Hopefully feel fresher next time you get in the pool after this one. Good job. And we're going to try something. Ross, you've done this before. We're going to come up onto our hands here. Now I'm going to show you an option to try this mermaid pose. If it's not for you, please don't worry, just stay in your pigeon. We're going to try and lift that back leg up. Hold it on, if you can. Don't worry if you can't, just stay in your pigeon. Amazing, good. You guys are pros at this. Okay, if that's really easy for anyone, they can take that foot into our elbow crease. Okay, and lift up and link on. Okay, taking the gaze forward. Oh, amazing, good job. I'm seeing a few of you doing it. Excellent. Melanie, you've nailed that. Excellent effort, really good. Now, don't worry if that is not for you. Clearly, the guys that are doing this have done that before. So slowly let go, bringing the leg down to the mat. Good. Staying on your hands again. Let's tuck our toe under, push back to our downward dog. Walking the heels down to the mat. Good. And we're going to do the same on the other side. So as you inhale, raise up through the right leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the knee in between under the body and place it between both feet. Again, line that heel up to the hip. Walk that back foot back. Make sure we're not tipping to one side, so really keep the hips in center here. And then coming down onto your forearms or reaching all the way out. It's up to you. Now don't worry, there's plenty of stretches that can really work those same muscles as the mermaid pose. It is not necessary for you guys to be able to do that. It's just a bit of fun. If you do want to practice it though, you can get a strap or your dressing gown cord, hook it around the back of your foot, and then you can slowly start to walk your hands down as you go. It's to be a wee show off on the sewing side. Pull side. There we go. I forgot what pull side's called. Nice job, guys. So just taking some nice deep breaths. Relax. Good. Now, anyone would like to try the mermaid pose, coming up onto your hands first. Lifting that back leg up, see how that feels first of all. If you're struggling to lift the leg up, don't worry, just stay in your pigeon. Coming onto the right hand, putting that in the center, holding on with the left. Good. This may be enough for you, or if you want to give it a shot, hook it into elbow crease, raising up and linking on. This took me years of practice, so don't worry. I didn't just wake up being able to do this. So if you guys really want to, you can. Just take some time. It is actually a really nice stretch as well. Really works through the hip, through the front of the thigh. Excellent effort, really good. Some of you have definitely done this one before. Really good. Okay, let's slowly let go through the hands. Take that hand down and let go there. Good, tucking the toe under. Let's push back into our downward dog. Walking the heels down to the mat. Good, and then on our next exhale, drop our knees down. Head, chin, chest, we're going to push up into our Cobra Pose. Good. So with our Cobra Pose, please, if you have hypermobile elbows, I know it's really common in summers, keep them slightly bent. Don't do it the easy way, just to let your elbows kind of push out. Keep them slightly bent, taking the gaze forward. If that's uncomfortable at all, you can come down onto your forearms, just in baby cobra. I would advise before getting in the pool, or maybe if you've got morning training, don't come straight into this. Try and stay in baby cobra to start with. Just taking some nice deep breaths, open up through the chest. Good. And let's push the hips back. Bring your knees nice and wide and sit back in your hare pose. And relaxing there. Good. Didn't realise the time. Do I have time for a quick flow? It's okay.
Absolutely.
Ross is like, take your time.
You're absolutely fine.
We'll do a wee flow just to finish with and we'll be honest. Okay guys, so slowly rolling back up. We're going to finish off with a little flow. You guys have done so well. Time has flown for me. I hope it's flown for you. So tucking our toes underneath, we're going to push back into our downward dog. Okay, we're going to bend to our knees here, take our gaze forward towards our hands, and then either stepping or jumping to meet our hands in forward fold. Okay, so in our forward fold here, don't worry about straightening these knees out. We're going to bring our hands all the way down to the floor. Keep your knees bent if you need to, that's fine. Soften your head, just allow that just to hang. And we're going to hold on to the elbows here and just gently swaying from side to side. So this is another really nice gentle one, especially for that lower back, to the hamstrings that we can do after or before training. Good, and then dropping our hands back down to the floor. As we inhale, place our hands to our shin, lengthen through the spine, coming into our halfway lift. Exhale, sink our hands back down. Inhale, take our left leg back. As we exhale, drop our knee down, untuck our toe and take the gaze forward. Good, so we're in our low lunge here. Really open up through the chest. Have that nice straight line from our head all the way to our tailbone. Our knees shouldn't be over our toes, so make sure you can still see your toes. Good, nice deep breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. As we inhale, we're going to raise our hands up, see how you feel. Exhale, take the right hand forward, left hand back. Good, excellent. Take the gaze over the left hand. Inhale, raising back up. Exhale, lower our hands down either side of the foot. Good. As we inhale, twist, take the left hand up. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, right hand comes up, twist. Exhale, lowering back down. Inhale, raising the hands back up again. Exhale, take our hands down in prayer. Good. And relaxing there. Taking a few breaths. Good. And then softening our hands back down to the floor. Excellent job. Tuck the toe under here. We're going to push back into our forward fold. And we're going to do the same on the other side. So inhale, halfway lift, placing our hands to our shins, open up through the chest. Exhale, sink our hands down. As we inhale, take our right leg back. Exhale, drop the knee down and untuck the toe. Good, and just taking some time here, just to open up through the chest. Nice straight line here, nice stretch to the hips. One more breath, inhale. And exhale. On our next inhale, let's raise our hands up to the sky. Good. As we exhale, left hand comes forward, right hand comes back, twist. Take the gaze over our right hand. Inhale, raise back up. Exhale, lower hands back down to the floor. Good. Inhale, right hand comes up, twist. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, opposite side. Exhale, lowering back down. Good. Inhale, raise the hands up. Ooh, don't fall like me. Exhale, bring your hands down in prayer and relaxing there. Well done, guys. I know that was quite fast to finish with. So great job. And we're going to lower our hands back down, tuck our toe under, push back to our downward dog. And then walk your hands up to your feet, forward fold. And slowly coming all the way up to the sky, one vertebrae at a time. And relax. Namaste. Thank you very much, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any questions at all, please give me a shout. I've also got a whole library of free online yoga classes, which I will send the link in onto this chat, and you can use them at any time you like. It was nice to meet you. I hopefully see you again soon.
Thanks, Eve. I think everyone can join me in thanking Eve for our excellent session. Does anyone have any questions for Eve that would like to ask just now? You can either, if you feel confident enough, you can unmute yourself, or if you want to stick them in the chat, you can. I've got a question. Maybe give the swimmers a little bit of time if they want to ask anything. Eve, why do you think it is that more senior athletes or age group swimmers are maybe moving away from more strength-based land training and maybe opting for more yoga or Pilates-based approach?
I think that's a great question. I think as well, lockdown, we kind of realised that maybe we don't need to pound our bodies as much as we maybe have been. I think that's came to show with all the, especially the athletes at Stirling. I think their performance is amazing right now. And I think as well, we do everything we can as swimmers to get ourselves ready to train harder, train faster. So each time we're kind of in the pool, we're really pounding our bodies, but we're maybe not taking as much time to recover. Our body needs to recover. It's, you know, inflammation builds up as we work these muscles, and we work. We need time just to chill out. Your guys are at school, you're seeing your friends, you're going back in the pool, you know, it's tough, it's not easy. We want to feel as best as we can going back in the pool, so that every session we're going to really be able to work as hard as our body's capable. As well, injury prevention, I think, is a huge part. If we get an injury, we're out the pool, and it's heartbreaking. It's the worst thing in the world. You just want to get back in. So if we can prevent that, I mean, I don't see why we wouldn't. So yeah, good question, Ross. Hope that's it answered.
No. Good answer. Excellent. Does anyone else have anything they want to ask you? Anything at all? No? We okay? Well, I'm sure
if you ever want to, guys, just send a message on social media, anything at all, any questions. Always here to answer them.
And where could they find the links if they wanted to join your parties?
So I will send you over the link. I've got a whole library of free ones that we did over lockdown. And also I've got the yoga page as well. You can join in on the scheduled classes that I do throughout the month. So I'll give the link to all that in the messages. Hopefully you guys can get on board on that.
I was lucky enough to do a few of Eve's classes during lockdown, and they were excellent. Really enjoyed them. Well, guys, really hope you enjoyed Eve's session. Probably just kind of some wee takeaways. You know, what kind of stuff can you use that Eve was going through there, try and implement into pre and post pool? I know some of you maybe not have the access to equipment or anything like that on pool deck, but I'm sure a lot of that stuff that Eve just went through there would be useful to try and work into your programs. That's kind of really me for today, guys. Again, just thanks very much for coming along. Really appreciate you joining in with the session. And just before you go, just a massive congratulations for being selected for the Junior Academy squad. I know this is the kind of first stage for the national programme, and you know it's really great to see so many of you on, and some keen looking faces, and I really look forward to working with you over the next couple of sessions. On that note, Jamie, Marie, what do we need to know dates for the next ones? Give an idea.
Yep, the next day will be the 31st of October. I believe someone's getting older on that particular day, Ross.
Eve, have you got a birthday?
So there'll be a sign up, I imagine, coming out again. More details to follow because we haven't had them passed on to us yet. So look out for the emails coming through. If there's a sign up on there, sign up for it. And the only thing I was going to add is think about what you've learned today. It's really good that you all signed up for this. You're obviously keen that you wouldn't have been here in the first place. But try and use that when you go back. As Eve was saying there, post-pull, and it's not just a quick stretch to create that rubber band effect. And I know it might be hard. Coaches sometimes want water time, and you need to maybe factor in some post-pull, but please do try and think about that because your next session will be oh so much better if you've actually used it the night before, the morning earlier. So try and incorporate that. If you need to talk to your coaches or your squad reps, do that. Don't be frightened to talk to them. This session has been recorded, so the coaches will be able to watch this back, take tips themselves from it. There's no coaches out there that would say they're beyond coaching themselves, so it's education for all. Okay, and beyond that, that's all I've got to add.
Excellent, guys. Well, thank you very much again, and please enjoy the rest of your weekend.